Oh man, what's going on, chat? Stream, how have you been? Sorry for the delay, but daddy duties come first. You gotta make sure you feed your kids and you have them and whatnot. So, now that I've done that, I'm here. And per usual, we got my boy Thad here as well. Um,
You
so
hear me talking shit this whole time, getting my
we're
ass
going
kicked in skate. Oh my god,
we're
what the
going
fuck is
to
going on?
hit start in this podcast here. Um,
Oh my
you
leg.
had some things you for sure you wanted to talk about, right? And I mean, I have some things as well, but I
I mean,
recall
I got a couple things.
it's been a couple of weeks, so I figured you wanna did you want to roll it in, or you want me to?
I mean, you can roll it in, dog, cause I ain't gonna lie. I just got my own personal bullshit that I'm trying to figure out
Mm,
with other shit too. But
okay, we'll talk about that later. All right,
oh shit, oh good.
here
We
we
can
go.
talk
Here we
about
go.
it there.
Fuck. Oh shit. Wait. All right, and here we are. Welcome back. Welcome way back. It's your boy Zone. What that is. And a new edition of Chilling with Zone and Company. And I know it's been like a few weeks since I've been here. I was on a cruise, and now I'm back. And when I was on that cruise, a lot of things happened. And the cruise I was on, it was fun. The trip was fun. The ship was beautiful. The people, like the staff, that's a whole different story. Um,
Oh shit.
but
Nah, I definitely want to hear about that.
but the um the trip was definitely fun. Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Bahamas, which we didn't get off at Bahamas because we've been there like twice. That's all the reason for that. Um, and I on at sea twice, so we had that as well. Um, so before the cruise, right? You've been on cruises before, right, bro?
Yeah, quite a few, thankfully. I've
No.
been blessed.
So this cruise line, this is my third time going on a cruise, mind you. I don't really go on cruises too much. Uh, so it was like the third time on a cruise, and I was like, all right, let's see what this is about. Let's have fun with this. Let's check this out. And things were the ship was beautiful, very beautiful. We got on. You buy your internet for the cruise ahead of time. So we bought internet for the cruise ahead of time because that's
Think you buy internet now? That's fucking weird.
yeah, you buy internet. If you want to use internet on the ship, you have to buy it. Most people not trying to use their data. I know I'm not trying to use data constantly on a fucking cruise line unless I'm in international. Those at sea charges are fucking ridiculous. Um, but so I bought internet ahead of time because it's cheaper. You buy it ahead of time, it's cheaper. So I bought it. And I was like one device. Most cruise lines you buy internet, it's one device, but you could swap between a singular device, but you can only have one device hooked up. Um, at least from my experience from cruises I've been on. This one was like, and they don't even tell you. Like when you get onto the ship, they made you go into like their app to watch like their safety videos per se. Um, and I'm sitting there watching their safety videos, and things are going good, and um, and they prompt me to like sign up for the internet, and I was like, well, all right, I'm signing into my internet because I had device. So I signed in, didn't think anything of it, and one device, I'm thinking, well, I could just sign out because we got the laptop, might do some work, check on the audiobook I'm working on, whatnot. And come to find out, we couldn't do it. I was like, no, you can't. You gotta buy it again. So I was like, all right, well, I'll buy it for a day, just to check what's going on for the device. No, even though the option is for a day, they won't let you select to buy for a day. They won't make you pay for the whole entire thing. Um,
That's some bullshit.
for the whole trip, and it was like two something. I was like, fuck that. 7 days, absolutely not. We'll just pass. And it was just like from there it just started going downhill because like when you try to go to talk to staff and like ask them questions and try and figure things out, they were rude. Sometimes they send you on a wild goose chase because they don't know anything, even though they're quote unquote supposed to be trained in that spot at guest services, I should say, to tell you where to go. They didn't know. um for instance, my son, my stepson, he got sick because he has bronchitis. So he had to have a breathing treatment on there, and it was like after hours, which obviously after hours of on a ship you're gonna have to pay an after hour fee. That's reasonable, but it was like the process of trying to get the after hour or trying to get the information for the bill, right? So after they got him treatment and whatnot, they're like, we're gonna send the bill to the room. You guys take a look at it, go from there. 'Cause I need it for the VA to get reimbursed. So I waited for the paperwork, didn't come. Went to guest services. They wouldn't give it to me because he was in our in-laws room, my in-law room. So they were like, well, we can't do it. Like, even though he's my son, like, no, we have to have someone from that room at guest services. So you come back here to guest services. So we did. We came back to guest services with my mother-in-law and was like, all right, we got someone from the room. We didn't get the invoice. Let's get this going. Guy looks at his straight face. Oh, we can't help you here. You got to go to the medical center for that. Wait a minute. So you made us sit here for like 30 minutes going back and forth and tell us to come back. We come back with the individual that we're supposed to have, and now you're saying the medical center when you could have just said that from the start. Like, you could have just said you got to go to the medical center to get this information, and we would have just went there. Like, but we get to the medical information. I tell them the room number. We tell them the room number like 3 or 4 times. They repeat it back to us, mind you. And this is like the kicker part of it, because the guest service and everybody's like, oh, we can't exchange hospital information or doctor's bills with you without making sure, because privacy. This and that. I'm like, all right, cool. So you give them the room number, because that's how they look you up, by your room number. You give it to them 3 or 4 times, and they repeat it back, and you're like, okay. They get the bill. Now, mind you, the bill we got is like close to $1,000. We're looking at like, what the fuck? What cost this? Like, why is it so high? So we're looking at it, and we get the invoice, because I asked for itemized invoice, and I wanted to see what we were paying for. And we get it, and the invoice they give us was lower than that amount, because they put it in the envelope, and I didn't even think about it because they put it in the envelope and gave it to us. And so we were going upstairs. I was like, let's check the bill. I want to see. And looking at it, it's like 4 something. Like, why is it 4 something? But the invoice online said 7 something. They're like, well, yeah, the doctor said they're going to charge an extra $300 for the visit and this and that. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, they were like, oh, it was after hours and this and that. I'm like, $300? Like, $300 after hours? Like, what are we doing? So we're looking at the bill, and I'm like, I'm like, no, we're going to go back down, because like, I'm an accountant, and like, I'm looking at this and it's not adding up. Why does what you're billing us look different from the invoice you just printed out to me? Like, I'm curious. I want to know now. So we go back down, and we're sitting there. They go back at the doctor and sitting there, and I'm telling them, and he's looking at the bill, and we're showing the invoice. He's like, I see the invoice. He's like, but this is what the bill is. Like, but then why are we being charged this extra amount? And he's like, what's the room number? So we read the room number again. He said, you're not this room number? And he reads us a different room number. I'm like, no. I was like, this is our room number. And I say it again. And the lady's like, yeah, what the number he just says, number he said is like, then he's like looking at the bill. He's like, then why'd you print this out? I was like, I don't know. We've repeated the room number 3 or 4 times, and she repeated it back to us. And they're like, oh, she gave you someone else's bill. Oh, so you made this big deal about like not exchanging other people's information, this, that, and then you are giving us someone someone else's bill with all the information on it. And all we're looking at is the how much they're charging us. We're not even looking for the name, because we're automatically assuming we gave you a number, you repeated it back, you printed it off, that's the bill. We're not thinking that you handed someone else's bill, and I'm not looking at the name. I'm looking at the numbers, because I'm like, why are these numbers not matching what we're being charged on the app right now? What you're charging us? So they're like apologizing, and in between there, while they're like apologizing, some dude comes in, an older gentleman with I guess was diabetic and he was having like glucose problems, and he was like trying to explain that he was feeling that he was getting ready to have an episode, and he wanted to come in and get like some preventative medicine or something like that, because he's on a cruise and he didn't have what he needed, but he had like all his documentation to show what he had, and they're like, we can't help you here, and they're like pretty much being extremely rude to him. He's like, hey, I'm having an episode, I don't feel well right now, like I'm coming to you now before it becomes an issue and then you guys are scrambling. I'm bringing myself in because something feels off, and they were pretty much telling them to fuck off. And he's like, so you're telling, and he said that as he was walking out the room, he's like, so you're telling me to fuck off, so if I drop and pass out, you guys will take care of me then, but you won't take care of me now when I'm coming to you. He's like, what a fucking joke. And I'm sitting there thinking like, yeah, he's fucking right though. Like, you are the medical center. If someone who has this problem is feeling something's about to happen because of the, they don't have a certain medication or something like that, and they're aware of this and they're letting you should listen to them and just hear them out. And instead of like trying to hear them out and check them out, you're kicking them out the medical center area. I was like, that's kind of fucking ridiculous. But we get the bill resolved, and now the bill matches up. So whatever, ego, you should in the extreme. But we get the bill resolved, and we looking at it, and I'm looking at it. It's like after hour fees. All right, cool, we get it. You went to the ER after hours. They were closed. Well, there's a $50 something fee on there. It's like, all right, cool, no problem, cool. Then read down again, late night doctor fee. And then it says no, out hour fees, and then it says late night fee, and then it says doctor fee, late night doctor fee. I'm like, wait, why are we being charged 2 times for late night fees? I mean, I get you're being charged for the doctor coming in late, cool, but in reality, I mean, I feel like that late night fee or after hour fee should cover it all, because you have after hour fees and you have late night fee. After hour fees means it's late. So why are we being charged late night fees if you just charge us after hour fees? And then you're charging us late night doctor fee. And those would all be grouped together, and you're doing it 3 times. Like you're milking this right now. And then like everything was like extra charged so much. I'm like, damn. I was like, really? This is how y'all do business? Like shit, I'm in the wrong industry, bro.
Yo, that's insane. First off, the fact that they supercharged y'all, they double charged you first and foremost. Then with the
For a
Wi-Fi,
breathing treatment. That was just like a breathing treatment.
no,
So
I'm just talking about just the Wi-Fi shit alone, just for starters.
oh
The
yeah,
Wi-Fi shit, they
that
double charged you. Then you have issues. Your son has issues.
yeah.
Why are you going to double charge me on top of you already fucked up by giving me somebody else's information? So if I decide to run it up on their fucking room and whatnot by using their room ad number to get me free whatever the fuck, because it's free for me. If I'm giving you my room, I'll tell you this is the room. You charge us their shit. They fuck. So now it's a breach of fucking privacy. You got the identity out there on top of that too. Now you're overcharging me for coming to come visit. And even though y'all fucked up, you still, instead of just, you know what, let me do you a courtesy. Y'all, no, y'all definitely gonna double charge me? Eat a bag of dicks, bro. There's a bag of dicks waiting for you on your doorstep. Fuck that. There's absolutely no way. And wait, what's this cruise on?
Oh, this is MSC, bro. It gets better though. So
Oh, please.
the they do, how cruise lines do like these events, like the whole thing, they're at sea and they do extra events, like to try to like keep the people on the cruise line like entertained, more or less. So that's not a problem. That's perfectly fine.
Alright,
What's that?
I'm here. I just switched to the phone real quick.
Oh, you good. So that's perfectly fine, right? Nothing problem with that. They had a thing for veterans. I'm like, well, I'm a veteran, so like, I'm gonna see what this is about. I've been on a cruise before, and I always see like this veteran stuff, but I never partake in it. Well, here's an instance. Let me partake in it. So I go to the veteran thing they have going, and I get there, and there's like 7 of us there. And we're in this real nice red room. Like it's like when I say this cruise ship was fucking beautiful. Like even though customer service was very to be desired and definitely needs to be reworked. I only met probably like one of two people on the ship, give or take, that actually were pleasant to talk to, that were actually staff members. But we all get to this room where they're rehearsing, and now they're rehearsing for music that they're supposed to be performing. And in the course of them rehearsing, they're being extra loud, bro. So like me and the other veterans are never sitting there trying to talk and talk about things, and we can't hear nothing. And then so we get annoyed. We go to like the back of the room and we try to talk. We sit there for like 30 minutes, and we're like wondering like, yo, where's everybody else at? Like we know there's more veterans on the ship. Like where's everybody at? And the one gentleman who's been on ships prior was like, they normally have like a cake and refreshments and stuff like that lined up for us, like to just kind of just chill and talk for a bit for 30 minutes and like just kind of hang out. He's like, I'm actually surprised they don't have this. So we exchanged information. They gave me information I didn't know about. So I was great. I exchanged like book information with them. And we're sitting there and like a few days later, one of the gentlemen comes back and he's like, hey, he sees me. He's like, hey, I found out like from a staff member that they changed the location like last minute for veterans. And we're sitting there like, that was kind of rude to change the location. We got there before the time of the event. So we were already in the room sitting there. And what he told the gentleman, when one staff member told him, was like, yeah, I was there and I was just sending people veterans to the other place and stopping them from going there and sending them. He's like, really? Because me and 7 other veterans were there and we didn't see not one staff member there, like telling us anything, like telling us you guys changed the event location. And they're like, oh, well, sucks to you. We did. And they're like, really? Like you planned an event for veterans. You changed the location of the event on the boat. You don't update it in your app on the mobile so that we can be aware of this, and then you don't leave anybody there to redirect us. Not to mention we were there before the event and we didn't see not one staff member there coming to like redirect anybody. So it's like
in this one area and you not even gonna go looking for them. That's insane.
I was like really, it's like, so who did you tell, what veterans did you tell, that the event was changed? Like how did you notify people? Because we were where the event was supposed to be, and we didn't see nobody. We didn't see not one staff member. So, it was hilarious.
Really unprofessional.
Exactly. And then I saw this older gentleman. Now, mind you, like it may not necessarily be the ship's priority or like their issue to help someone on the crew that gets lost find their belongings. But then again, maybe it is because like if your ship is so big and that people are going to get lost and you have staff members there, especially for like the elderly, if they come to you like, hey, I'm lost, I need help finding my stuff, can you help me? I feel like they should feel some type of obligation to kind of help the elderly a little bit, me personally. But that's not
right.
That's not what I witnessed. What I witnessed was this older man walking down the stairs because mind you, they had these elevators that were smart elevators. You had to like push a button for how many guests you're supposed to have in an elevator, and then it will tell you what elevator to get on when it came. But if you were waiting for an elevator, instead of walking up the stairs, there was like 20 decks or something like that, or 18 deck ship. So there was quite a bit of stairs depending on where you were trying to go. And sometimes the wait for an elevator can be 10 seconds if you were lucky, or it can be anywhere from a minute to 4 minutes, or maybe 5 minutes for the elevator to get to you, and you're just sitting there. And you can only push one button when you get an elevator. It stops on every floor. You can't push what floor you want to go to. It's literally a smart elevator. If you push to say you want to go to 12th floor, you push it. It'll tell you there's like 4 elevators around there. You wait for them. It comes, you hop on it, and you start moving. If someone happens to push a button before you get to your floor, it will stop on that floor automatically. And and it just goes up and down. It's just one of those elevators that just constantly goes up and down. But you just don't know if the elevator is going to be completely full, you'll sit there and wait for like 2-3 minutes for the elevator. It finally gets to you and it's jam packed. You can't even get on it. And you're like, well, fuck, I could have just took the stairs. Like it was horrible. But this older dude, he ran into that. He, like, mind you, he was soaking wet. He just came from the pool. He got lost. He was misdirected. He didn't know where his stuff was, so he was trying to find it. He walked down. He was waiting for the elevator. No one. He couldn't get on the elevator, so he walked down the stairs. He didn't have any shoes on. He was in his wet shorts, no shirt. Cold once you get to like 16, where they had like their buffet. It went from like 18 to 16. It was like 17 was non-existent, which was kind of weird. But the gentleman was lost, and I saw him almost like 3-4 times, and staff members just looked at him like this guy was 60, 65. He was up there in age. Very, very kind soul too. And we're sitting there, and I got to the buffet, get me some ice cream because I wanted an ice cream cone. My big ass wanted ice cream on the cruise ship. What can I say? So I went and got me a swirl ice cream, and I'm walking, and I see him almost slip again, and I kind of walk towards him fast, but at the same time he almost slipped. There's a staff member in front of him, and he tries to get the staff member's attention. And was like, "Hey, I'm kind of lost. Can you help me?" And the staff member just kind of looks at him, fucking looks up, like rolling their fucking nose at him, and just takes off. Completely ignore him, and he just like at this point he's just at like a fucking loss because he's older. He's fucking now he's cold because he's been walking around in the bottom with no towel, no nothing, because he can't find the shit. And he turns around, he happens to see me, and he's like, "I'm sorry to bother you, but like, do you speak English?" And the first time, I am English. Like I was like, "Yeah, I'm American, bro. I got you. What do you need? I can help you. Like we can work this out. We can figure this out. Like I'm here. Like I saw what just fucking happened. Like." He's like, I'm just completely lost. I thought they'd help me try to find my stuff because I put my stuff on a chair. I got in the pool. My key card's there. My shoes there. My towels. Everything's there. I just don't know where to go. And I'm like, all right. You were upstairs? He's like, yeah. He's like, you know where you put it? By, the chairs, but I just don't remember which side. All right, cool. Let's go. Now, mind you, this is happening right before my veteran meeting. And I'm like, I got time to kill. I'm going to veteran meeting. I'm eating ice cream. Fuck it. I see someone in need. Fuck it. Let me help. Especially the elderly. I'm always trying to help out the elderly if I can. So we're walking, and we're sitting there talking. He introduced his name was Tommy, and I'm talking to him, and I'm helping him up the stairs, make sure he doesn't fall because we're not waiting on the fucking elevator. That was not happening. We walked to one side, couldn't find it. And he starts panicking. He's like, oh, you don't have to wait, help me no more. It's fine. I'll just figure it out. Like, no, I got time to kill, man. Don't worry about it. Like, I'm here, you're here. Like, we can do this together. We will find it. We will walk together. I got nothing but time. Honestly, I'm on a cruise. Where else am I gonna go? Like, I got nothing but time, bro. Like, I get it. You're lost. You're cold. You're trying to get back to your room. You're just kind of over it now. I can see it, and not to mention, I saw you almost like slip like 3 or 4 times. So I'm gonna help you get your shit. So, we finally get it. And he was like so fucking thankful. He grabbed his towel and whatnot. And he's like, yeah, I felt so just disrespected because he's like, they just walked away from me. Like I was just trying to ask for some help, and they weren't attentive at all. They literally walked away from me. I'm like, I get it, man. I saw it. That don't worry. I speak English. I'm here. I got you. I might not be the best at it all times, but I got you. And I met another gentleman who had was on the cruise. He loved my son's hair. That was pretty cool. We sat there, and he told me he worked at Best Buy where I had worked, which is pretty cool. Back. No, hell no. But he worked for them a long time ago. And I was like, cool. I worked for him like in 2010 too, when my daughter was born. So I was like, this is fucking dope. And I had a conversation, and he told me how he lost his son and in a motorcycle accident. And we sat there and we talked for a minute. And when he said that, I realized like he was looking for someone to kind of connect to. I felt like on the cruise, like other than his wife, and was just talking. And I sat there and I talked to him for a minute. I was like, fuck it, cool. He was cool ass stories. He was telling me about Best Buy, Magnolium. Working in home theater, and he had some pretty fucking interesting, amazing stories. And then we talked about some stuff I saw when I was at Best Buy, and it was fucking great. And that was like a real cool experience. And then he was, I guess they have a yacht club, and I guess that's people who really pay like some good money. And he was like, he was trying to put me on like the yacht club stuff. And he was like, yeah, you know, when you book, just try to do this, and you know, you get the yacht club, and it's like, he's like, it's real chill. You don't, if you don't want to be around a lot of people, they have your whole dining room. They bring the food to you. You don't have to worry about anything. He's like, for me and my wife, it only costs $5,700 together, like combination. I'm like, oh damn, that's not bad at all. Fuck, like that's damn near what we paid for the whole family. So it would just have to be us to go separately. I was like, that's really, that was really not bad at all. I it was interesting that I learned a lot of interesting things from some interesting people in the cruise. I'm not gonna lie, I spoke to a 47-year-old. We were playing basketball with some kids from Europe. Man, I felt so out of shape. It wasn't even really that I was out of shape. You know, on the cruise line, you know, the basketball courts are smaller, like a lot smaller.
Shooting into the wind and shit.
Yeah, you're shooting into the wind, and then the ball is not like, it doesn't feel like a real basketball. It feels like
That rubber shit.
yeah, the rubber fake ass ball. So like I'm shooting and I'm like, damn, like, am I have I gotten really that strong? Like, can I not judge the strength of fucking shooting a fucking ball anymore? Like, I was like shooting and the shit was like fucking just flying. I was like, damn, like I'm going as light as I can. Shit. So I had to start like shooting fucking one-handed, like, and like barely fucking doing it. I was like, and I mean, I was still swishing some, but I was like, yo, this is fucking awkward. Mind you, I haven't played like on an actual team basketball since like high school. So it's been a minute. You know, I'm 36 now. I don't got people around me where I can go like, oh, let's go play some 21 and shit like that. So it's like, you know, it felt good. You know, it felt good to be on the court for a bit. You know,
I get it.
and then I remembered I'm old. And my ass shouldn't be jumping for the fucking ball and doing what all these young kids are doing. I'm fucking broken from the military. Cause I tell you, I went to go jump for a rebound one time. My fucking knees felt like they were about to buckle. I was like, oh, I was in the air and I felt it in my knees. I was like, I'm not even touching the ground right now. Like, why are my knees buckling? I came down. I was like, my left knee felt bruised. I was like, I didn't even take a knee. I didn't come down wrong. I literally I jumped up in the air and I extended my leg and my knee was like, what the fuck you doing, bro? We're close to 40. We can't do that. I did stretch though. That was I was like, my knee was like, you know, we're not meant to jump for balls no more, right? Like, we're past that stage. Like, don't even try to even think you're gonna touch the rim. Like, you're trying to dunk, those days are over. I felt that shit immediately after the first jump. I was like, And after that, I was like babying my knee. Fucking, I'm still kind of babying my knee a little bit since that shit. But I was like, damn. And then we started running. And I was like, man, cardio. Ugh. I was like, fucking cardio. I felt like I smoked fucking packs of cigarettes. And I don't even smoke cigarettes. I was like, fuck, this is what smokers feel like when they try to get out.
The lungs get tight, dog. I don't know how you feel it.
But it was fun though.
Worse since I stopped smoking. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah.
It was definitely fun though. I ain't gonna hold you. I enjoyed it. It was fun. That part was fun. See, moments like those make it fun. Those kids from Europe, they know how to ball. They were swishing. Now, mind you, if I gave them space, now I will say this: if I gave them just a little bit space where they felt comfortable to pull it, they were dropping it. But if I got up on them and actually played defense, bro, they would fucking freeze up. They was like, oh shit, he know how to play defense. I was like, yeah, I don't let this bulkiness make you think I can't move in the court playing basketball. I used to play basketball. I definitely know how to play defense. But I was like, but I sat there realizing like, but if I give them just enough to feel comfortable to shoot a mid without putting my hand up, or a shoot a three, they were draining it. So every time they got ready, hand up, got closer right away. Dude would look, his eyes get big. Toss up and miss. I'm like, yeah. It's like, I got your number. And then one dude, one kid, he threw it between my legs and he thought he was smooth, like going in for a layup. And I swatted that shit. I was like, nah. No. I was like, you try to get disrespectful. You thought it was funny. That's disrespectful to me. That's why, and that's when I started locking him. Every time he dribbled the ball, I start plucking it, and he was looking like, oh, I can't dribble, and he didn't want to dribble no more near me. Every time he got the ball, he was passing it away. Every time I start taking him, he start passing it away. No, no, come on, bro. What happened to those dribble moves you were just using? Like, yeah, there was.
I was about to say this nigga done sent a couple basketballs into the ocean.
Bro, there was another round there. I was having so much fun though. I mind you, my knee was killing me, my back started killing me, but I was having fun. I was having fun there. Then I also had moments where, I met some people on the ship that just thought their shit didn't stink and they thought they owned like the stairs to take photos. And I was like, they're like trying to do like little photo ops. They're like on their cell phone on the stairs, trying to tie up the stairs. And me being me, I'm like, the fuck out my way. These stairs are meant for walking, and that's what I'm gonna do. Walk my ass right down these fucking stairs, and I'd fucking photobomb the fuck out of them. Now there was some I didn't do that too, like ones that were clearly take like a wedding photo, but like motherfuckers were like walking downstairs and they just stopped and were like give people dirty looks because they stopped in the stairs and the person behind them had the audacity to stop and look at them. I was like, bitch. You were walking, and then you fucking stop and pull your phone out and expect me to fucking come to a complete halt when you're right in front of me. Like, you're looking at and fucking push you down the stairs. like those motherfuckers were pissing me off. And then in the buffet line, grabbing French fries, bro. Now, mind you, I'm a big guy. I like to eat. And I'm also, I don't get aggressive when it comes to my food, but I don't like people fucking with my food. I'm gonna be honest. You imagine you're in a buffet line. Someone hands you tongs because you're right behind them. You have the tongs. You're getting ready to grab your food, and someone comes up and snatches them out your hand and tries to fucking take food. And I just had to catch myself because
put your arm around their throat. I get it.
No, I wasn't gonna put my. I was gonna smack the fuck out of them. I was like, excuse me, like, what are we doing here? Like,
hey, yo, buddy.
No, they snatched it out of my hand. They definitely did. That's what, because they did it with the quickness.
I'm slapping your food.
Yeah, they did it with a quickness, and I was just like, I had to catch myself because I felt a slip of anger slip out, and I was like, and I just balled in my fist. I was like, you know what?
Arthur fisted.
I was like, I was like, I'm gonna let this one slide. I'm gonna let this one slide. I said, like, best be lucky though we're on this fucking cruise ship. Because if we weren't here, I would slap the living fuck out of you. I'm kidding.
You had a family with you. I probably would have ended up in the break for like legit slapping dog shit out you, or just slapping your food out your hand. Now what? Because you've seen I clearly had this in my hand, so now there's a real issue. Now you got more food. What you want to do?
I was just flabbergasted by the audacity of it, like, and then like, and just some rudeness of some people. Like, some people were really cool, but then I realized like they're like a lot of fucking rude ass people, and I was like, my patience was being tried, bro. And I was like, I'm typically very calm. Like, I know I seem aggressive half the time, but in retrospect, I'm a very calm individual. Like, that's actually me being calm. Like, that what y'all see there, that's calm. That's actually really calm, to be honest. I don't think any of you guys have like seen me like truly angry. There's been only there's only been a few people who've seen me completely spaz out like in person. Like, I'd probably freak the fuck out of some people in person if y'all saw me spaz out. Like, I can't fuck with Zoe. But I don't know.
My very first time up to like my 5th time, I was the only, like, my family was the only black family on the cruises. So like legitimately, if not one other black family on the cruise. So I was recognized immediately. Like, if I'm taking part in an event, if it's a basketball event going on or just playing a game of ball, fucking the little they had like little game events that was happening where it was like tabletop games. Hell, even Wii Bowling when they did that shit on like the main, like in the main atrium.
Yeah.
Like, people recognized who I was, so I couldn't really do anything if I wanted to without being recognized immediately, like guaranteed. But
Hey, look at this black motherfucker on a
Around the
cruise. You know who that is.
yeah, around like the 6th to 8th time. I wasn't the only black family on there, but my family was legit the most calm, rational black family because everybody else would spaz the fuck out if some shit took place. But within the first to sixth time, I had dealt with enough bullshit and racial shit that it was expected. Oh shit, he gonna snap. He gonna have to. He gonna turn up now. Oh shit, watch. He gonna act like a nigga, and it's like, nah, I'm gonna play it calm. I'm play it calm because you know what? I already know I'm setting the standard for what people would expect from black people on these cruise lines. If I act out, y'all gonna look like, oh, yep, just another irrational black dude. Fuck it.
You know,
Nah, I had to completely alter that whole being. But there's quite a few times where I've legit and rightfully so smacked dog shit out somebody because they either said something or did something that was completely out of line. And it was complete and people who was there like understood like, oh nah, he had every right to do that. That person did this to him and he responded. That was it. But
see,
if
I'm
anybody
I'm
was in
nervous to
trouble, it was
respond to
yeah.
somebody because I know.
No. It wasn't just a response. Like, it was a motherfucking like, oh, you fucking nigga, it pushed me. Boom. Oh, all right. Now what?
But
Oh,
even
yeah,
that, like even
yeah,
that,
yeah.
like I know if I was to respond to somebody with aggressiveness,
Well, you like 6 something. You mini Hulk type shit.
well, yeah,
600,
that,
200
but
pounds plus. Like, come on, dog.
it's also the stuff I keep bottled in most of the time.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the issues with like me getting mad. When I get mad,
Oh,
because
I'm gonna fuck you up.
I don't
I get it.
I don't always let out frustration. You know, if I go to shooting range, you know, whatnot, or I go to gym, I let out frustration. Lifting, but
Yeah.
deep down, I also know there's still a lot of bottled up negative energy there. That well, I've been in some scuffles before, and I know that
If you unleash it, it's gonna
I'm
be a real 187 situation. I get it.
and this was when I was like small and skinny type shit, like before I put muscle on, you know. So it's like now I know if I was to get mad and just fucking palm, just the palm, bro, just across someone's fucking head, like even on my fucking head, bro, like my hand's fucking big, like my fucking palm against someone's fucking face, it would be disaster for whoever made contact with it. Let's put it that way.
Don't fucking Jordan palm somebody's scalp. That should be wild. Man. I ain't even gonna front.
Like, damn.
Just to see that, like, shit. All right, let him go. You gonna crush his scalp? You gonna crush his cranium, bro? Just let him go. Let him go.
Like, I already know I'm heavy, and plus I know I'm heavy-handed at that. Like, when you know you're heavy-handed, like, but to know you're heavy-handed and it's like, yeah, this hand is about to smack the fuck out of somebody. Like, just imagine someone who's heavy-handed, big as fuck, getting ready to smack the fuck out of somebody. Like, yeah. No, but even on the cruise, I there was a lot of shit that happened. Even while I was gone, I saw in the news and shit like that as well. And then the shit that like transpired after that was like just kind of, I was like, this is society today. And I was just like reflecting on society after, you know, shit transpired in the world. And it was just it was a very sad thing to see. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Um, we all know how I feel about political stuff, so I don't really feel like truly diving in it. But just know, society has hit an all new low, in my opinion. Unfortunately,
Oh,
the you know one thing I will talk about, which is a tragedy. Did you hear about the Colorado shooting that happened?
Nah, wait, what?
Yeah, apparently there was a Colorado shooting in Colorado. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Do-do-do.
Something with a HBCU.
Hold on.
Couldn't even do press checks with this shit. Not like that. I'd have to.
What are you playing?
Oh, none. I'm just on the home screen and in Discord.
Ah,
Oh, it's an ad.
yep. I'm looking.
I might have to change my trigger out.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I heard there was a shooting September 10th in a Colorado
Hold up.
school.
We still on
Oh,
ad break. You know what I'm saying? It's got another 2 ads, and this one is
yeah. Oh,
literally
yeah.
15 seconds.
Pod. For those who don't know, it's the ad right now. But for those the ads are for people who are like watching live the podcast live. Um, but for those who don't know, your boy Zone has made it affiliate with Twitch, which is a pretty cool thing.
Yeah.
I think it's an accomplishment. I'm definitely grateful for that. So it's fun. Um, so that is awesome. We're happy
Hell yeah.
there. So no, but um, yeah,
Feedback.
there was apparently a shooting September 10th at Colorado school. And you know that's another shooting that's happened in Colorado, I guess. At a school, nonetheless. Um, very it's very interesting that most people don't know about that though. Um, uh, and that's where I'm going to leave that. Uh,
Yeah, no, honestly, I had no clue about that one.
yeah,
There must not
it's
be much coverage at all.
kind of ironic, isn't it? Uh,
Everybody's talking about Charlie Kirk right now. That's what all the news is on. News is focused on Charlie Kirk's death. It's like,
and only one person. I mean, versus how many other people that were affected.
what about the black kid that was hung? Well, I think it was a black and a white student that was hung by at an HBCU. No coverage,
Mm-hmm.
like practically no coverage, if any.
Yeah, but well, everybody knows this one was a very political one, unfortunately. Um,
It's stupid.
I have some very strong beliefs about this, but we're not going to talk about here. We'll talk about it later, off, because there's enough out there for political stuff and podcasts, and mine doesn't have to touch it. I'm definitely gonna
Right.
stay
And then,
firm on that one. Um,
hold up, my bad. Yeah,
let's see. There was something else I wanted to mention just a little bit ago. Oh, and Pod and other news, 2K came out. Interesting enough, your boy Zone's still not bad at 2K. I can still play a big man. Soon I'll be making another build, so we're gonna see how well that translates over. Um, but hey, I'm not bad. My next build's gonna be a power forward. I'm gonna go down the line like I always do. I'll probably jump from power forward to a shooting guard, then to a point, and then my last build will probably be a small forward. Um, because you guys know when I play 2K, I eventually always make one build for each position. So that's what we're gonna do. Um, other
I
news,
gotta get my small forward to 95 so I can make a whole new one.
yeah. Other news, I got a Borderlands 4, so I'll be running that with Ego.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are checking that out because he's running that as well.
Oh, some people definitely been tuning in. Your boy, what the last stream got up to what 17 views, 17 live
Yeah.
views. So
I've
I'm like,
been
oh
tuning
shit,
in
all
every
right.
time you've been on, bro. I've been trying to. I've been trying to hit the thing, even though you don't fucking respond back to me when I'm on there.
I honestly did not see, but I definitely got you for sure.
I know I popped in
Yeah,
after Ray.
we gonna run it later.
But for those who don't know,
Oh, excuse me.
your boy Zone has written a book. Um, it is called Lost in Translation: Growing Up with ADHD and Dyslexia, the Emotional Storm No One Sees. And it's a published book that you can buy on Amazon, Kindle, and by the end of this coming week, it will be on Audible, if I'm not mistaken. It's in its final stages right now, to be approved. But I have published a book, and it is out. So, if you guys want to know a little bit of how I think and how I process things, a snippet, a very small snippet, but it's a very interesting snippet and a good snippet for people who are interested about ADHD or dyslexia, or think they may be going through some stuff or have some similar traits. Now, mind you, I wrote in this book, which is my perspective, but all of us are different. There is not one person who has dyslexia that is like the other. And I try to make that a point across at some point in this book. And those who are dyslexic and have ADHD, they might resonate with my book somewhat. But it's a good read. And if you're like me and you don't like reading, don't worry, I got you covered because it's coming to Audible. This book is definitely coming to Audible. It will be on Audible. Like I said, hopefully within this week. And once it does, I'll make sure to tag that link. For this episode, I will always post the link to this book. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can read this book for free without having to actually pay to buy the book. So I hope you do that. But if you do have the book and you want to actually have a physical copy, buy it. And if you do, let me know. I'll send you the information out. If you want to by chance have a signature, I'll sign it for you. So why not? This is my first book, and I'm hoping it will not be my last book. I do have ideas and stuff that I would like to write about, fantasy and some horror stuff that I've pondered and jot stuff down for years. So this book and seeing it come out has given me a new push to say, hey, I think I can actually do this. Especially since the people who narrated my book and for the audition, and the gentleman I had actually do my book, Mr. Robert Ott, did a wonderful job, I believe, narrating it for me, and bringing it in with some feeling there. He also is a well professed narrator in his rights. He has a lot of amazing books that he has narrated prior to mine. And so if you like his narration, I welcome you to go check it out. And my future books will, like I said, will be in fantasy and horror genres. And I don't know how long it will take me to put them out, but I'm hoping that they will all be wonderful masterpieces, each one, that everybody will come to love and keep coming back for more. On top of me doing everything else that I do. So those are some pretty big accomplishments. And I'm looking forward to diving into those and connecting with some actual other authors that are really good out there in the world, and seeing if I can work with them with some things as well. So I'm
Yeah.
slowly going to be moving some things and having some fun. What the hell? What the hell is going on?
Goddamn fool.
Yeah, I'm gonna get all these notifications. But yeah, let's see, man. There's, it's crazy because like I hopped on and I was like, yo, there's a lot of shit we can cover and talk about. You know, I was gone for like a week, but it feels like 2 weeks because like how it really worked out. In a sense, it was like kind of 2 weeks because I left on a Sunday, came back on a Sunday. I try to get back and stream. You know what's up? My pops didn't pull up to this week. You know, I should be like, yo.
I peeped that. It kind of threw me for a loop. I'm not gonna front. I was
You know, and it
expecting
was
to
crazy
see
because he was like, yo,
pops.
when y'all doing another pod, he ain't saying nothing. Let me check in real quick.
Yeah, make sure he's straight. Fuck that.
Hold on, stream podcast.
Gotta make sure pops is good, son.
But yeah, it's definitely been interesting. We've been having fun. Remodeled the house recently too. In-laws were here. We remodeled the house. Downstairs looks beautiful. Also need some pictures, bro. It's nice.
Yeah, please do.
I mean, me personally, I was fine with the way it was before, but it's beautiful. I give her credit. It's nice, and like it wouldn't be something I would normally do because I am not into those type of things enough to do it the way that she wanted to have it done, but I could appreciate how it looks, if that makes sense. It's not something I would normally do, but it doesn't mean I can't appreciate how nice it looks, and how it turned out. And as long as she's happy with it, that's really all that matters, right?
I definitely understand. I mean, this is your crib too, so you gotta be happy
Uh,
with what was done. But as long as you happy with it as well,
but those they say it's hard for me to say I'd be happy with it because those things don't matter to me. You know, it's one of those things that are, it's nice to see, nice to have, but I can live without them at the same time. Like I was content with what we had. It didn't make a difference to have the change, but I can appreciate the change because it's nice still, and they love them. Everybody loves it, so I'm okay with that. Um, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But let's see, what other things have happened. Um, let's see. Oh, wrestling. For those who are into wrestling, they have partnered with ESPN. Now, I don't know if it's going to be a good thing in the long run or it's going to be a bad thing. We'll come to find out. I know John Cena. You know who John Cena is, right, bro?
of course.
You've never seen the movies Ernest before, or have you?
Ernest, you
Yeah,
talking about from back in the day?
yeah, like Ernest Goes to Jail, Ernest Christmas,
Yeah,
Ernest.
I seen a couple of those. Yeah.
You know those movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me if I'm right or am I wrong, but I think John Cena, if
Oh
they were
shit.
to ever remake that franchise and they wanted to expand it in some way, shape, or form, I think he'd be the perfect.
Decent
I
choice.
think he'd be the
Yeah.
perfect candidate for it because he can be funny, he
I
can
mean,
do
I
the
could agree.
serious, um, and the way he acts, his performance, I think he'd be a prime ideal choice to revitalize that franchise. Now, mind you, I want to say Ernest franchise was just pretty much his stuff because that was his. I want to say he's his actual name too. That was his stuff. That's what he was doing before he passed with cancer, if I'm not mistaken. But if so, they're always remaking stuff. They're remaking the Neverending Story. They're making all these crazy stuff. I think that if they were to attempt to do a remake with this series or with that franchise, it would have to be him. I think he'd be the only one that would be able to truly, truly captivate the audience in a similar way or even better way than the original in its own rights. Um, I would definitely lobby for that. The more I've seen him act in movies and wrestling and whatnot, because they can even do one with like a wrestling skit. And I, if I'm not mistaken, they had Ernest do some wrestling stuff in one of his movies at one point. But like he would be the perfect one. Like Ernest goes to jail and he had like a fucking double. Like John Cena's already did a double persona of a villain, and he knows how to play a goofy person because some of his movies he's serious, but he's also goofy in them too. He can do both sides of comedy. Like it would.
You watch Peacemaker, he does just that. He's like the
Yeah. So
middle
he would
ground of
be the
like
perfect person. Like he don't have like he didn't probably wouldn't have to do like the whole or like ooh like all that shit. Like it'd be great if he did, but like he could do literally his own little thing probably and make their franchise something more. Um, like I've been watching certain performers, and I'm like, yo, like honestly, like if they were to really do a remake of something, like this performer would probably be the best person to pull it off if they did it right. And I think that a lot of times when they do like these remakes or they try to, yeah, like pretty much remake or rebuild a certain franchise, they don't truly look at a bigger picture or see what artists out there that could possibly do it better. They just like, oh, this artist is hot right now, let's just grab this artist. No, I didn't do that with John Cena. With John Cena, I looked at him, I've been watching him for a while, and then I thought about how he performs and the moves that he's been doing. From the one where he meets the black guy, and they go on those vacation things, and he does fun stuff. Like there's so many different movies that he's been in that even his new TV series right now that he's doing, like that make him the ideal perfect candidate for that franchise. Um, I even saw Paul Rudd and Jack Black are doing an Anaconda movie, bro. I don't know if you saw that. They're doing a remake Anaconda movie. This shit looks hilarious at the same. I know it's probably not supposed to be like a true comedy type shit, but to me, I was like, yo, this is gonna be fucking good. Like,
yeah, nah, definitely seen that.
I've been
like,
fucking
shit,
checking it out.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be. It's definitely gonna be something to watch,
Ugh,
especially if they do it justice, which I believe they will.
But oh, maybe his
Yeah.
phone. Maybe he had a problem with his phone. Yo, another news though, I've seen like apparently a lot of stuff in Capitol Hill has been going on with cryptocurrency. For those who don't know, cryptocurrency is a digital asset right now. Ooh. And it looks like it is moving along to become something big apparently. Government seems to be putting things in place. So it's pretty interesting.
I mean, what exactly are they moving with it at this point?
Huh?
What
Apparently, it passed
exactly are
some regulation or something like that. Is supposed to make put it more in regulation for it to be used, like circulated properly. Because government was like against it at one point, and I think people are still probably against it. But I mean, like I've always said before, like you look at what the American dollar is based on. American dollar is based on. For those who don't know, I'm an accountant as well. I'm not your accountant, but I am an accountant. I'm just not yours. So what I'm saying is just how I view things as always and see things and patterns. But the the government always wants to get things have their own foot in the pie. And for those who don't know, we have been off the American dollar or the gold standard since like the 70s, like 1970 something, right? We've been off of it. We've been working on this term called fiat money. For those who don't know, Fiat money is a term where the government, you want your money, your dollar bill, $20 bill, 100, whatever bill you have, or even coin per se, you want it to be worth something. And the government says, we got you covered, my guy. Don't trip. They step in, they pass some laws, regulations, and bada bing, bada boom. You know, your dollar is worth $1. Your 20 is worth a 20. That 100 CNO you got, that's worth $100. You know, you're good. You're squared away. You know, they step in and they regulate it. Now, over time, you know, if they print too much money, the value goes down. Or if you get too much in debt, you know, value goes down. Or if you have someone in a political office make it a complete mockery of themselves, sometimes the value goes down because those things power our money, unfortunately, because we're not on a gold standard. And you get cryptocurrency, and people like, oh man, cryptocurrency, oh, it's great, yeah, don't do it, yes, do it, don't do it. And you sit there and you think, why not do it? Well, it's a risk. So is the American dollar. But you see everybody who's investing in cryptocurrency in the markets right now, like Bitcoin, you know, by Bitcoin so much because it's hard to get the coins. Not to mention people are using them so much, and the more it's used, the more it goes up, the more it drives the value. And that sparks something, because American dollar is being used, and since it's being used so much, the government steps in and says, hey, let's make this worth something, because without that, it's not worth anything, right? It's just paper and, you know, minerals. It's not worth anything if the government didn't say it was worth anything, right? Well, cryptocurrency is on the people want it to be worth something, so it's worth something, you know, just like the government says the people want the money to be worth something, so it's worth something. Well, the people are saying, yeah, we hear you. Since you're using that term, we want cryptocurrency to be worth something, so it's worth something because we say it's worth something, because the people have the power in a sense. And the government saw that and said, well, we can't stop them from fucking doing it, right? So let's join them. So for a while, they went on a campaign and told people not to do it. And now they're doing it themselves, which the only reason why they're doing them themselves is because they cemented themselves into a position where they can capitalize, taxing it, regulating it, you know, because there's so many different coins, deciding what coins are legit, which ones are not going to be legit, which ones are going to be recognized, which not going to be recognized. But they have to do it that lines in with what the people want, because, you know, a lot of people don't want to put their money in banks. That's why we're doing cryptocurrency or another form of asset, because they want full control of your money. You know, for a while, when you put your money in the bank, and you put it in a savings account, most banks would only let you pull out so much money from your savings account, or let you access it so many times, right? And the reason why they did it, because it was like the Federal Reserve, and they said if you pull out so much money from your savings account, they had to answer the Federal Reserve about why you were doing that. And a lot of people were like, what? Why do I have to answer why I'm pulling money out of my savings account? If I decide to put money in my savings account, and then I decide I need to pull that money out because, you know, shit is going on, I have that right to pull that money out. That's my money. But what happens is when you put your money into a bank, it becomes kind of like a digital currency unless you go there to pull cash out. And what that entails is that they send it to the Federal Reserve, which the Federal Reserve tallies it and treats it almost like a digital asset at that point, because, you know, you have your credit cards, debit cards, all this other good stuff. It's cards. A lot of people don't really use cash anymore. And most people don't realize that most governments have been implementing forms of cryptocurrency throughout their whole market recently, and it's actually quite interesting that people don't notice it. You know, like an interesting fact, 92% of the world's currency is all digital now. Let that sink in. So when people are saying don't invest in cryptocurrency, digital assets aren't going to go nowhere. But then at the same time, you're looking, you know, at one point, not everybody had debit cards, not everybody had credit cards. No, more people had cash and on them. Now since COVID and all the other stuff that's happened, ironically, people have less cash on them. They have debit cards, they have credit cards, or they have cryptocurrency now, which is a digital asset. And what else is happening? The government has their own cryptocurrency now, a digital asset. They also have invested into digital assets. So it makes you really wonder. I mean, El Salvador is all digital for most part. Their whole economy is pretty much based off of cryptocurrency at this point now. I mean, and they're not the only ones that are doing it. So the government has stepped in and said, hey, let's make this happen. And apparently they passed some things that have made other coins skyrocket in a positive way and forecasted to keep going up, which is great because some of those I own. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm take care of people and put money in my pocket and chill. Like I should. Why not? I invested way back when, before it was a true thing, because I saw the vision. I saw the potential. And I said, fuck it. Why not? Because how my mind works. And I same shit I told people about. A lot of people did invest. Some people pulled out because they panicked. But there are some.
Me, one of them. But at the same time, I did lose a lot of my money just on some random bullshit. Shout out Robinhood for that fuck shit.
Yeah.
My bad.
But a lot of them have put money back into it and holding now because they realized I never actually sold. And I think a lot of them are curious about that because how much I own in certain markets and certain wallets. And they're like, you still didn't sell? Actually, no, I have not. I haven't sold anything. Just been sitting, waiting. And since I've been sitting and waiting for once instead of selling, because I sold once before. And I've been regretting it ever since. I normally don't regret anything. I can't say regret it anymore because it taught me a lesson. It taught me to be a little bit more patient. So no, I take it back. I don't regret it. I learned from it. I did a mistake and sold off one of my coins. And mind you, I got a little bit of profit. I didn't put that much into it, but I got like, $500 profit. And like a month later, that coin jumped to over $1,000 a coin. And I was like, fuck. If I would have waited, I would have been a millionaire. Like legit. Shit. Funny how life turns. So since then, I just kept on to everything. If you invest very lowly and get a lot for what you invest, there's no reason to sell. You could just hold off. Mind you, one of my wallets is pretty hefty. But again, there's no reason to sell because it was like $20 I invested in one wallet that's sitting probably like, I can't even do the math on top of my head how many times over I am right now from that. Let's just say we're in the 6-digit number with that somewhere. So
20 beans.
But that's something I will ever touch for a while. Because it goes up and down, and I don't want to fucking pay taxes until I know facts of where it's going to be at. Because if I touch it and it skyrockets, I'll be so fucking pissed. But there's one that I have, like, if that one ever actually falls in line the way I envision it to, tell you, your boy Zone's going to be on a whole nother level of things. In a positive way. Things will really
in a real kind of way.
Things will really move, I tell you. It will be fun. Everybody will have fun because I will make sure that everybody's entertained with my shenanigans. Yeah, a lot of things have, past week or two, I've seen a lot of interesting things, heard a lot of interesting things, seen some interesting things in the world, been led down by society. That's not new. And a whole new, uh, some things just never change. Like I was telling Raylina, because we were talking about like Borderlands 4, and I was like, yeah, my boy Ego, like, yeah, I'll catch up with him. We'll grind on Borderlands 4 to catch up to you. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I was like, don't worry. I known Eagle for 10 plus years. Like that's my day one person when it comes to like gaming, chilling shit. Like people we fuck with now, like even if they were to fall off, like I still got my boy Thad. That's all good. Like
Yeah,
we we
no
have
funny
we have
shit.
a lot of similar games in common. And I was sitting there talking with someone and it was like, oh yeah, you really know Thad. I'm like, I know him. I do. And I can say
Yeah.
I know him probably better than some people, but in the sense I
You can
don't know.
honestly say you can honestly nah on the funny shit though. No funny shit. You can honestly say that you know me better than my older brother does, and that's honest to God
Okay,
truth. Like
so you could say that, but then I went a whole another deep level with that, and I was like, but how well do you really know somebody though? Like
okay,
truly, like I know that, and it's my boy, 10 plus years. Like I know his habits. I know a lot of his habits, but there are also habits that I don't know because just like a book, you don't judge a book by its cover, but you don't know it until you like really cut it open. And I'm not planning on cutting you open, so I won't truly know you like that, per se. Oh, but it's like someone could say they know me. I'm like, yeah, you know me, but you only know what I allow you to see.
no, this version of me. Yeah,
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 yeah. I
yeah.
get where you coming from.
You only know what I allow you to see of me. Now, mind you, some people see more than others. Some people see a lot more than others. But even the people that are super close to you, like sometimes even your spouses, sometimes they know you. They know you like nobody's business. But at the end of the day, if they don't know you, and a lot of people are like, "What do you mean? That doesn't fucking make sense." But really think about
I
it, they
couldn't.
don't.
I never expected him to be that kind of boy, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's.
they don't. Uh,
Did you look? Did
because
you look?
change is inevitable, or change is inevitable. You
Yeah, for
know,
sure.
it's bound to happen. Like years ago, I'd say my boy Thad, Rocket League is his fucking shit.
Oh
He
yeah,
would give up any game in a heartbeat for Rocket League. He'd go apply, rock out. He would do his fucking thing. He was fucking almost untouchable. I was like, that's the one game I couldn't fuck with him with, was like Rocket League. That new that hands down Rocket League. Like I get on there, I can fuck around and play games with it, have a little bit of fun. But Thad had Rocket League. That was his fucking baby, right? And it was like, and people were like, some people we knew were like, oh yeah, he's probably gonna go play Rocket League. And I had to catch him one time, like, nah, he's not playing Rocket League. Oh, that's all he fucking goes to. I'm like, nah, man, I'm telling you, I've been listening to him, and I pick up on these things. My boy's not playing Rocket League. Uh, I can tell you that he's not feeling it no more. And I knew it before you officially said that you weren't feeling it because you weren't talking about it no more. And when you did talk
yeah.
about it, I heard in your tone of voice it wasn't hitting it like you wanted it to. You're playing it, but you weren't getting excited. Because I remember fucking for a while when you talk about Rocket League, you'd get so fucking passionate about it. You'd be in hyper focus talking about it. And I was like, my boy's passionate about this game. This is fucking shit. Like he's so passionate about it. He's drawing me to the game to play with him, even though I know I'm balls at it. Like I'm hot fucking garbage. Like I can get to a point where I'm decent to keep up with him a little bit, but it wasn't my cup of tea. But I was like, my boy plays it, so I play it because that's what he wants to rock out. But when I started hearing you talk about it at one point, and it was like that spirit you had playing it was gone. And I felt it. And I was like, it's coming. I told myself it was coming, and everyone's like, he's not gonna stop. But then when you finally admit it, you're like, yeah, I deleted it. I ain't really playing. I just couldn't fuck with it no more. I was like, I knew change is destined. Like people change, and sometimes they don't even realize they're changing until it happens. But based on that, like you can't truly say people sometimes. Like you really can't. You know what they want you, what they allow you to know. Because sometimes some people don't even know themselves. truly deep down, like a lot of people are still discovering themselves. Like I admit, sometimes I'm still discovering myself, but there are certain things that I know about myself that I just know I won't change for nobody because it's just grained into me. And maybe my dyslexia or ADHD talking, whatever it is, there's just certain things I won't know. Like we're talking about 2K, and they kept saying, "Oh, you game has changed. Everybody's a shooter. Everybody's a shooter." That's true. Everybody's a shooter. That's true. I won't knock that statement. Everybody is a shooter. I can shoot too, mind you. For the past however many 2Ks I've played, I've always made a big man. One big man first. That was my first big man. That was always true to how I felt big men should play, no matter what anybody else thought. I don't care to say, "Oh, you need a big man, be a center." Yeah, that's cool. But my big man still performs well. Like if you allow my big man to do how I want to play, I perform well. When you try to like tell me how I should be playing, you're trying to make me play a certain way with the person I have out there, I'm not going to play well because I'm trying to appease you and play your game. And that's not what I want to do. I don't want to appease certain people. I want to play my way.
Run the game your way. Yep.
Yeah. So I was like, "Oh, you made a center who can't shoot. You should have fucking did that." But we really look at it, if everybody's doing their part properly, and we go in zone and we're playing the game yeah, we're doing things properly, I shouldn't have to worry about shooting. Yeah, if I can shoot, great, cool, I can throw shots up. But if we're moving properly in the court, I don't have to worry about shooting. There's not a need to shoot. If I can shoot, great. I want to be that person when I'm my center that's dominant in the fucking paint, because that's my cold heart belief, is that a center should be dominant in the fucking paint. He's a big man. He should be locking shit down. Now, do I believe centers should be able to play perimeter defense? Yeah, they should. They should. But it's not a requirement, but they should be able to. In 2K, they should, because, you have to be out there sometimes. So I give that stuff. Give him perimeter defense and whatnot. But I'm not going to be like, hey, I got to make him to shoot. He's a center. You got to be 7'4". Like, I'm not following the bandwagon. I've just never been one of those people to follow the crowd. For some reason, when everybody's like, "Oh, we got to go this way," and I'm like, I want to see what's down this hallway though. Let me check this. I'll be right back. It's not like, oh yeah, like people like, oh, that's that white people shit. No. It's just my mind. I don't want to be a follower. I don't want to be a follower. And to me, that's a follower. Everybody's going down this hallway. Let's all go down here. If I don't feel like I want to go down there, I'm not going to go down there. Down the way. But to me, that's following the crowd. And somebody's like, everybody follows the crowd sometimes. No, I'm not going that way because everybody's going that way. I want to be going that way because I chose to go that way without impediment of anybody else be having any type of decisions whatsoever on that. And it's not being stubborn. It's being true to myself, because that's the type of person I am. I've always been that person. I like to figure it out myself. I don't like to have things just handed to me. And a lot of people say, "Oh, that's something we're telling you to do this." Yeah, but like Todd was saying yesterday, and he was like, "We're telling you to do this because of this. It works out." Yeah, that's your experience. But what people fail to realize is that since I have a family, and when I game, I game at my own pace, at my own time. When I'm barely on most of the time, so I play my way, and my way, to a fault, I'm playing with randoms. It works for you. It works for me. Okay. Yeah, right. But I'm playing with randoms most of the time when I play. Typically, when I'm actually able to get on and play, you guys aren't available. It's too late. You guys are going to sleep. There's just so many different factors. You guys aren't available. And I respect that, because, at the end of the day, you guys have your own life and you have stuff to do. So, you got to sleep, you got to go to sleep because you got to work, whatever it is, case may be. But with my time frame, I hop on when I have that availability to play. And sometimes it's not like till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I hop on and play 4 or 5 games. I'm like, all right, that's it. But during those time frames, I'm playing with randoms. And I was trying to tell Hit, I was like, yo, when I like all my W's are. Yeah, I have a couple of W's with you guys, but majority of my W's are with randoms. Like
Yeah,
I had a
my best games have continuously been with randoms. Apparently, like
yeah.
I play with the group, and then I start fucking up a
Like
little bit, or
I
I'm
can
waiting
play
on
with
my
you
shot.
perfectly fine with no problem. I can play with you, but with this, and or you know one or other two people. But when I start playing with the whole group, unless we're all on the same type of page, it normally goes south. So like I play my way. So in my experience, like I know if you don't have the ball moving around and you do certain things, people start acting funny. But what I also notice is that if they know, yeah, okay, I don't have a big man that can shoot threes consistently right now. It's there. I can do it because I obviously green threes. But it's more I want to feel comfortable doing it. I'm not always comfortable with my big man because I didn't make him primarily to be able to shoot these. I made him to be able to put him up there in clutch moments when they need to. But I have all the shooting badges though to make him a threat from the three. Currently, I just need to up his shit. But I'm like, I don't believe a big man should be required to have to make threes. I don't think that should be. You make it. How dare you make a big man that can't shoot? How dare you make a big man who can't fucking get rebounds or block a fucking shot? Like when I was sitting there talking to David one day, he was like, "Yeah, all my boys they average like one block a game." I'm like, "What? One block a game? What kind of big man is that?" Like I no shit. Sometimes get 3 or 4 or 5 blocks a fucking game. Like what do you mean that's not normal to me? If you make a big man, the big man should be fucking sitting and shit. Like he should be put in a position where he can punch shit, you know, he can swat it. Like I got Hall of
Yeah,
Fame paint
that's
patroller
to
on
me.
that my
Yeah,
dude.
that's what it's supposed to be.
You know, I can make a power forward to shoot. I mean, I always make a shooter anyway. It's not like I can't shoot. There was like, oh, because you don't feel comfortable shooting. No, it's not that. I know how to shoot. That's not the problem. My problem with a big man that can shoot, doesn't matter how good you make him as being able to shoot, big men typically shoot slower than power forwards, shooting guards, small forwards. They shoot slower regardless because there aren't that many big people that are pulling fucking Steph Curry, you know, all those type of dudes, quick shots like that. They're not pulling those quick shots. Their shots are slow. I'm a fast shooter person. I don't shoot fast with big men. Big men don't shoot that fast. They shoot slowly. So honestly, I don't feel comfortable making shooting with centers because they shoot slowly off rip. No matter how high your 3-point or mid range is, they are slow shooters. They're not meant to have, they can have high, like on my dude, high A plus height, A plus curve, release, but the timing's slow, the shot's not really as fast as you would think it would be. And then even if you max out the speed, it's still a slow ass shot. Now, mind you, if I do it with a small power forward, so I'm like, quick, shooting guard, quick, point guard, quick, small forward, quick. And you're like, oh shit, fast shooting. But as you make your bigger dudes, after they hit a certain height, their movement when it comes to shooting is slow. Well, you can have people that shoot there slow, but and the only reason why they make them 7'4" because it makes it hard for you to contest. They can take their time shooting slowly. I don't fucking feel like making a 7'4" dude that's a fucking $150 because he can shoot faster and he can move around. That's not a fucking center. That is not a center. That's I don't know what that fuck that is. That's a fucking pole that can throw the ball in that in the hoop to me. Like I want, and I get everybody's like, oh, the game's changing, you got to evolve with it. I don't have to. Like I am evolving the way I play the game. That doesn't necessarily mean I have to evolve to make a center that can shoot threes. Like my center can still shoot mid range, and once I bump him up, he can still shoot threes. But you're not going to see me constantly keep pulling threes. It's going to be that, oh yeah, I'm motherfucker can't shoot, leave me open, bank. Oh, he can't shoot, his 3 points are low, bank. People think I really be caring about that 3-point percentage at the end of the game. Like, I don't be caring about that shit. I know I can make my shit. Like, I like to be that. I literally like to play as that shadow, bro. Like, I'm like, I like to win games, but
they don't pay attention to.
Yeah, like what's getting me, like, I don't think everybody. people have noticed when I play 2K, like I'm streaming it, and they're like, "Oh, bro, you're not cutting," and I'm sitting there like looking at the camera, and I'm looking at 2K, and I'm like, I cut every time we come down court. I cut so much I'm running in the lane while everybody else is trying to figure out what they're trying to do and cut. Like, there's so many times I cut. I'm like, oh my bad, that because everybody keeps saying, Zone,
Yeah,
you're
we
not
both
cutting,
cutting
you're
the
not cutting,
same
and then
damn
like, and
way.
I'm sitting there like, I'm cutting the whole time.
don't
We come
see
up,
it.
we come
Yeah.
up. I'm cutting. Y'all just don't see me cut because y'all looking for a center to be at the 3 shooting. No, I'm cutting, and you guys are missing those opportunities. You're missing easy baskets because you're just expecting to be able to shoot. But if you give me the ball properly when I'm cutting, I'm dunking it because I have high ass dunks. I like the shit's up there. Like, but you're giving it to me in wrong positions where I can't really capitalize. Oh, and you say, "Oh man, can you shoot?" And then you say, "I need you to cut." I've been cutting the whole time. Like, you're just missing me. And like, you haven't been cutting. I am. I'm streaming. Like, go back and watch my stream. You see that I cut each time. Like every time the center gets the ball at the top, if I'm not setting the screen, I'm cutting. And then if I decide to not cut no more, I'm setting screen for picks for people. Like I move around. Like if I see the paint's getting clogged up, I stay out the paint. I set screens at the perimeter. Like sometimes I'll run to you, seeing you at the corner. I'm like, I'm just going to set a screen. Like when I randomly set a screen by you, I'm putting my body there so you can literally use me to run your guy into me because I have brick wall. You could run your guy into me to get off and be open. And I've done it multiple times and they missed it. And I'm sitting there like, yo, Thad's open. Thad's open off the cut. Thad's open off the pick. And they're like, no, he's not. I'm like, bro, his dude just got fucking brick wall. Like I'm literally setting the
just got
fucking
there.
pick. Like
It's been so much to the point where I just stopped moving because it's like, yo, I've been moving this whole time and y'all don't see it, or y'all
when I
intentionally are overlooking it.
yeah, and then like when I play with randoms, I don't have that problem because I think most randoms immensely down, they want the big men to be near the paint. And when they see me cut in or constantly be in the paint, and they're like, "Can you shoot?" Yeah, I can shoot, but I don't want to shoot. I want the shooting to catch them off guard. I want them to think that I can't shoot. Like I don't care if I miss and then knock down my percentage when I should go pull a shot because I know if I felt and that was what I was trying to tell Hit like and David like I can shoot if I go to my court and I start practicing shooting tempo shooting. I'm greening. I'm greening. I'm greening. I'm doing it. And I'm doing it, going to the columns and doing all that. I'm doing all that and I'm greening the shots. The issue is when you go to the rec, the contrary what they think, when you go to the rec from your my court or anywhere else, it's a different latency. So you have to throw shots up to still fill it out. And you're like, oh, you gotta drop those, bro. It's a different latency no matter how you look at it. I'm hardlined in. Like I am hardlined into an actual high speed, what was it? Quad tier fucking gaming router that fucking kicks out fast as fucking internet when you're hardlined on fucking console. It's literally meant for that. And I can feel the lag spike, bro. I can feel it. And I'm like, I'm not if I feel it, I'm not comfortable. I'm not shooting. And not to mention, since I know center shots are slow, why would I constantly take shots and fucking just fuck shit up? And they're like, oh bro, you just make a shot, bro. Centers don't take fast shots. Even the centers I guard, they don't take the shot unless they're wide open. Half the time they're only wide open is if I get bumped off of somebody and they can get a fucking way from me to be open at the fucking 3. And then they're pulling their shots because they're wide open and they're set. If I'm wide open set and I'm not moving and you get me the ball and the dude doesn't jump out at me and I feel comfortable enough to actually shoot it properly, I'll most likely green it.
I'd rather be open, like knowing that I'm open for me to take that shot versus me just pulling it because I have a slither of space.
Yeah.
Like regardless of, oh yeah, well it's different this year. I don't care. It doesn't. It's not a. That's not a realistic fucking shot to me. Like I'm not gonna just in real life. I'm not gonna sit over and fucking shoot it knowing there's a nigga in my face unless time is at fucking 2 seconds, 1 second. Then I'll just all right, fuck it. I gotta jack the shot up.
Yeah,
Other than
exactly.
that, I'm not about to do that. And then, oh yo, but you gotta understand, yo man, but you got space. It didn't look like it to me. That shit is it's a
That
different
should be
yeah, that's
killing me,
cool.
bro. Like, and I think people be thinking when I play like really, oh, you're streaming 2K and you're not playing good, bro. I don't care, bro. I want receipts because when I'm playing, people say you're not doing it. All right, bro, go watch my stream. Go watch my stream. Like you don't think I did that during that game? Go watch my stream. I'm icon passing. If you watch my screen when I'm playing, every time I'm passing the ball, I'm literally doing icon. Now, mind you, if it works or not when I do it, that's neither here nor there. But I only icon pass. I don't do directional pass. I icon pass. So I'm like, Thad, like, oh my bad. It's because I looked at your name and I thought you were in a different spot, and I realized after I hit the button, you were in another position. I'm like, fuck. I'm like sitting trying to scrim. Wait, what position he's in right now? Like, because I icon pass. And normally, if I'm playing with someone, I see them in a regular spot, I sit that. And that's why when fast breaks, the point guard, whoever's the point guard, normally always gets the ball first because it's just an instinct. RBA, RBA. That's what I do. RBA. I kick out to the first person. Once I realize, like when we play with Taj, when he starts getting turnovers, and I say, "Yo, bro, stay close." Like I don't want to fuck. I'm gonna start kicking out someone else because I'm not gonna. Oh, okay, sir. I'm like, bro, you can think I'm being a smartass, but I'm serious. Like y'all gonna start complaining. Oh, we got all these servers go to the zone because you're fucking taking off, but y'all don't put two and two together right then and there. You put it after the fact. So to me, it's like I'm seeing it. I want to prevent it from happening because I want us to win. It's not like saying, "Yo, I'm not trying to boss you." I'm just like, "Yo, stay close, bro." Like that's all it is. Stay close, or I'll start kicking to someone else who's staying close because I'm seeing what they're doing. They're reading that you're taking off, so they're trying to time it to the right point where they think the ball is going to pick it off, and that's what they do because the game's an algorithm. So if you figure that someone has a pattern and you stay in that position, you know if you stand in this place close enough to this dude and they kick the ball, and you know it will activate your stealing abilities, you're gonna keep doing it. So to know that, I want you to stay close to me if I'm passing the ball, because even then it can still get stolen if it's super close because it's happened plenty of times. But it gives me more options. You're like, oh, it made me run. I get it makes you run, but like if you like force yourself to stay close, because I stay close no matter what. If I'm running as a point guard or something like that, like it doesn't always make you run away from the ball. You're choosing to start running because you're anticipating for a quick pass out because you know I pass out quick. But on the flip side of that, if you cut too far away from me, it's a turnover. Like David called him out and was like, "Yo, you guys stay close to him. You guys stay close to him." Like he saw it's like you guys stay close. Like like I don't know what to tell you. And then you're gonna criticize me for not making shooters. I can't help it. I love my boy, but like, come on now. Because I know he was trying to figure out the thought process. I'm like, and that's why I started telling people, bro. It's like, in reality, like no one's truly gonna understand my thought process. Even probably if they read my book, they won't completely understand my thought process, but they may have they may be able to get a better grips or a concept of somewhat of my thought process. And like telling people to do that to me is probably like by far the easiest thing to try and explain it, because when I try to explain it, the words don't come out sometimes the right way, or they think as I'm explaining it, they completely understand it when they don't yet. And they just presume that they understand what I'm talking about, and they're truly not grasping what I'm talking about. And I can feel it because this conversation will start to go a different way. And I'm like, you know what? And sometimes I'm like, yeah, whatever. Because I don't feel like going back over trying to hash out and explain it. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, sure. And I just agree. But deep down, I'm like, you're still wrong. But I've already checked out of trying to explain it properly, because I tried to. It didn't come out right. You misunderstood it and you took it and ran with it. So I'm just going to say, all right, whatever. And just not really bother to correct it, because to me, it's too much energy to do that at that point. And I was talking to someone, actually I was talking to an author about my book, and he was like, because he read the book and he said, it was really well crafted. He's like, you're a pretty smart individual. I said, I like to think I am. I really like to think I am a smart individual. I do know a lot of information, a lot of useful information, unfortunately, but I do know a lot of information about certain things. And there's a lot of things I don't speak on, even when I know the right information or how to engage a conversation, because of my dyslexia and ADHD. Sometimes trying to engage those conversations are too taxing on the mind to try to break it down to someone's level that they're on, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't.
Some people you can't actually, bro. Shit, goddamn. Some people you can't actually. Either it's a little difficult to articulate to them how what it is that you want, or they may not be able to comprehend it in the exact same way. So
Yeah.
I get where you're coming from.
So sometimes I'm like, I chuck them, but they're like, oh, you can't. And it's like, and like with Todd sometimes when some of the debates, he's like, oh, you can't explain. It's like, it's not that I can't. It's that I just don't mentally feel like putting it forth the energy or out there, unfortunately, to go back and forth with it, because I can totally break it down to sometimes where it would make it 100%, understandable to anybody. But in my mind, as I'm trying to explain it, I'm also trying to process the best way to deliver it. And at sometimes that's like, yo, it's just too overwhelming in my mind at the time, because I'm trying to do something else, or I'm playing something else, or thinking about something else. And I'm like, now you're like, when he was like, and I get it was coming from a well spot yesterday, because he was like, I'm trying to understand like the mental process. I'm like, and I'm sort of thinking like, it would be a very long, well breath conversation, and I don't think he would truly still completely understand it. He might start to grasp the concept of it, but I don't think he would truly understand it. And that's one of those things that I always try to explain to people. Like, people with dyslexia, our minds are very complex. As like, a lot of people will start to understand certain things, but then at the same time they won't understand certain things we're talking about, because the way our minds work, it's constantly evolving, the way how we perceive and think stuff. Like, how you look at a subject, I probably look at it from I look at the same thing you're looking at, but I probably view it from 5 or 6 different ways. And I also, it tends for me to be more optimistic sometimes on certain revenues. Like, I know there's some job opportunities and whatnot that you've done, and everybody's like, oh yeah, you shouldn't have done that. And I probably been the only one. I was like, yeah, bro, let's talk it out. What do you want to do? Like, because I feel like I don't feel like all criticism needs to be bad criticism, or needs to be completely negative. I definitely try to read the room when I'm talking to people individually on a personal level, I think. And I don't always get the cue right sometimes, but like with certain things, I try to pick up, and I try not to be at all judgmental about it all. And I think a lot of people think I'm very judgmental about certain things, but in reality, I'm really not. Like, I try to understand it. Even if I don't agree with somebody 100%, I still try to see their perspective and their point of view of it. That I think trying to understand someone else's point of view, is good, even if I don't completely agree with it. And even if I tell them like I get it, doesn't necessarily mean I 100% agree with what they're saying. It's just, I get your point of view. I definitely get it. I don't have to completely agree with it, but I can understand it and get it, and see where you're coming from, and be fine with that. And I've seen people like, no, I need you to agree with it. No. See, that's the thing. Like, if I tell someone my point of view, I don't want them to be like, if I tell someone
kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't want you to be like, yes, man. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. You don't have to agree with it. But my statement and mindset's not going to change on it. Like, it's just my opinion. Like, there's no talking that's going to alter or sway it at all. It's just, and sometimes I feel like some people definitely try that and like, well, what's about this? How do you think that? Yeah, that's cool. But I lost interest after I told you, like, this is my opinion. It's not going to be swayed. Like, the conversation we're having is cool, but I'm not taking anything that we're saying into consideration of viewing at all, because in my mind, I've already exited that whole conversation. Now I'm just entertaining you, just to entertain you in a conversation, but I've already checked out. Like, everything we're talking about, I'm going to forget later, most likely, because it's no longer relevant to me, because in my mind, you're still trying to sway me to your point of view, which I understand your point of view.
You want me to see it how you see it, but I don't see it like that at all.
Yeah, it's like, I don't see it at all. Like, I can understand your reasoning for how you do it, but I'm still gonna do it my way because I still think my way is more efficient. And they're like, "Oh, that's being stubborn." No, that's not being stubborn. That's just me staying on my principles, like how my mindset is. Like, and for some people, I think that's a hard thing to swallow. It's like, oh, he's not gonna. Yeah, I just don't want to change. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I know change is meant to happen, but change is meant to happen when you want the change to happen. It's not because everybody else is doing it. It's like, oh, that means you're following with the band. No, it's not. I changed something because I saw fit to change it the way I wanted to change it. Like me running the big man, I'm running my big man the way I want to run them, and I'm still having good games with them. Mind you, I'll have some bad games. Everybody has bad games. There's not one person that's always gonna have a great solid game 24/7. And if they say they do, they are talking to their fucking ass. And as we clearly see, I have games where I score close to fucking 30 points. I had games where I get fucking 20 rebounds. I had games where I had 7 fucking blocks. You know, there are different levels to this shit. Like I've seen games where, like, even with Todd, like he'll have games where he's shooting shit, doing well, performing well, and then the next 3 or 4 games it's just tanking. Even you, bro, like you've seen it. You've had games where you're like, you getting fucking hyped up. You're loving it. You're riding that fucking high of fucking winning. You're loving it. Your shit's hitting, and then you get into a game and it's just like it starts to go downhill. And I've seen it when I'm playing in a game with you. And part of me is like, bro, and I'm thinking to myself, and I want to say it, but I'm like, you know, it's Thad's game. He's gonna play the way he wants to. If he feels like getting bent out of shape about something because it's not going his way, he has all right to fucking do that. It's his fucking game. So sometimes I'm like,
honestly, it's not even that I'm necessarily like I'm really pissed off about it. It's like either I'll do some shit that I literally was not intending to do, or it's like, or I just can't fucking hit, and I'm livid at the fact that, like, yo, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And I'm trying to figure it out, and I can't change it until that fucking quarter. That's when shit start dropping.
And even that though, either way, I'm fine with it. It does not bother me because I know it's going to work out. And that's why I keep saying, bro, don't worry about it. You got it. Do what you want to do. Pick the character you want to. And every now and then I say, bro, I don't think you had a problem switching. I don't think you should switch your character. I thought you were doing great. You just, to me, it's just, I think it's like a patient thing, kind of. And I'm like, and that's where I chuck it up to. Like, it's probably just a patient thing. Eventually, he'll learn. He will see it himself, and he will adapt to it. That's how I trust the process for the most part. I'm like, that'll figure it out because I know how Thad plays. Thad will definitely capitalize it. Yes, my son. You woke up from a nap and now you're eating chips. Yeah. You brought me some chips? Yeah. My son's crashing our podcast right now.
Are you going to share, Jaden? You got to share, dog. You can't be just pulling up and not sharing.
But like when we're playing, I hint at you getting frustrated. I'm like, yeah, I see it. Is one thing. Is he gonna get frustrated? He's gonna get quiet
and let it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now I'll get quiet. I go front. Me getting quiet.
Oh, when you get
2 factors. It's either I think I'm 7, or I'm intentionally I feel like I'm intentionally being overlooked, and that's when it becomes like, all right, I ain't even gonna say shit because it's, oh well, you know, and motherfucker, you got 13 shots. This nigga got 13 shots. And then it's 5, 2, 3. What the fuck are we talking about?
So when I see that,
we missed it. Well, you was missing the shots that you was taking and not moving the ball.
When I see shit like that, bro, and I'm sitting there looking at it, I'm like, Thad's either gonna quit the game after this and be done with it for a little bit, or he's gonna switch his player, or sometimes he just chucks it up to, you know what, that wasn't just my one. But when I start hearing you start swearing and getting under your belt, I'm like, oh, he's getting frustrated. First thing I do, bro. First thing I do is I hit start and I look at the thing and I look right for your name, like, how many shots Thad's took in? Not many shots. Okay, bet. I get the ball. I'm kicking it to Thad. And I get the ball and I kick it right to you. I was like, do what you gotta do, bro. I don't even care if you make it or not. I'm like, I'll just kick it to Thad and see what he does. Like, to me, I'm like, Thad just needs to touch the ball and just fill his rhythm out. Because sometimes that's what it is that you're not touching the ball enough, so you don't feel that rhythm that you're supposed to be feeling. And it's not even your fault. It's everybody else who's touching the ball has not allowing you to. And it is my fault sometimes too, because I'll get the ball and I'll be looking. I'll shit you not. I'm scanning the court when I'm looking. When I get the ball, I'm looking ahead of time to see who's open. Because sometimes I'll get the ball and I already know I'm gonna get the ball. I'm gonna kick it someone at the three who I feel can drain a three real quick. So I know Todd doesn't get mad like, oh, why you kick it back out? And I'm like, bro, because I'm seeing people at the three who aren't getting fucking looks, who are sitting at the three, and I'm assuming they're fucking shooters. So I'm gonna kick it to them and see if they're gonna take the shot or see what they're gonna do. Like I know I can go up and dunk,
Right.
but I'm trying to fucking spread the court out.
It'll be times where I'll try to do the same, especially like if I don't check by like at minimum halftime to see okay who touched the ball, who's actually getting these who's getting these touches, who's actually taking shots. Oh,
No.
Taj,
What up, Veg?
me, if I got 6-7 shots up by halftime, whether I'm making a majority of them or not. All right, this nigga got 3. This nigga got 2. Let me swing it out. Let me make zone cutting. Boom. Oh, why you keep bounce passing it? Well, motherfuckers expect you to throw the ball overhead, and that's why they keep jumping. But if I bounce past this motherfucker, they're not actually getting it. Once or twice they might steal it. But you're throwing direct passes, motherfuckers is stealing it every time. You leave out the game with 7 turnovers.
Yo, bro, when I start getting turnovers in 2K, I start getting annoyed, bro. Especially if the turnovers I'm getting aren't really because of me, technically. Like, I get some of them I do fuck up, but some of them, like, it's like I'm trying to kick the ball out and try and be a team player, and they're, like, running too far. No.
Yeah, that's it.
Mama, bad text me.
Hold on, let me switch the phone real quick.
But
yeah, oh shit. Yep, I'm here still.
I hear you. But no, I be sitting there looking like when we be playing, like when I play 2K, I'm like the past couple days when I hop up 2K, I'm like, where my boy Thad at? And I be sitting because you hit me up. I'm like, all right. I was like, what we trying to do? I was like, he is going to play for your rematch. He might want to play some 2K. I'll be waiting because you text me the other day. That was the other day that you got me good. I was like, you text me, I messaged you back right away, and it was like radio sounds. I'm like, this motherfucker here.
I've been, especially since the homegirl then passed me her Hulu and HBO Max. Nigga, I ain't gonna front. I've been watching my shows left and right, shit that I haven't seen in a while or haven't gotten a chance to see at all yet. I'm catching up on shit. Like, I've been watching motherfucking The Rookie nonstop. Like, nonstop. Every time I get the chance. And that shit legit. After watching that show, there's only one thing I want to play, and that is Ready or Not.
Yeah,
like
I get it. And we gotta figure out a better gaming schedule for certain games too, bro. Like we gotta have a day where no shit. This day is the game we can play this game, and know that we'll play this game on this particular day. You know, I have Ready or Not. I be keep thinking about it, but every time we finally get around to trying to play, it's always late. I'm like, damn, that game takes a lot of concentration to move quietly. Like, are we really gonna be able to concentrate in that properly to play? Nah. Are you showing them chips? Tell them hi.
Yeah, you absolutely right on that one. No.
But 2K is fun. I'm looking forward to hopping on Borderlands 4.
Yeah,
for those who don't know, but no. Did you hop on it at all?
Not yet. Not yet. Honestly, I haven't been on Borderlands since my stream, I think 2 days ago.
Oh.
So I gotta definitely get on it. And especially once you told me, oh yeah, yo, I got it. I was like, oh shit, cool. All right, I'm
Yeah, definitely. I gotta figure out where the shop is. I just got to the first spot with the robot. Oh, your car. But
shit. All right, sound like a plan. I mean, I do have characters.
I only got one. I got the dude that's supposed to do frost, and cryo freeze, and something else. I haven't unlocked his abilities yet, but.
Oh, you talking about the tank dude, or you talking about the cyber psycho looking?
Cyber dude looking, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then, yeah, I mean, if anything, I could jump on the tank and actually give him a chance to play through.
Yeah.
I haven't really given him a shot, but
shit, you want to play today? You trying to play today? You want to play? Do you want to play that in some 2K maybe? and maybe some rematch at the same time too. Shit, I'm with it actually.
Whoa.
I'm down because I definitely I do have 2K up right now. I was running my career game with my small forward, trying to get him up to par. And I feel off with
Oh no,
him.
did it?
I don't know what it is.
What's up, man? I heard you. You're a stinky little boy. On that note, Pod, thanks for swinging by and hanging out with me and Thad today. First day back since after the cruise, so the little things a little slow. Obviously, we had Jaden swing by and give us some stinky gas while he was here chilling. Little stink ball. But as you hear, me and Thad are gonna go play some Borderlands 4 and some 2K and some possibly rematch. So on that note, we're gonna leave you guys and check in with you guys next Saturday, where hopefully we're gonna be back with a little bit more full throttle. Oh man. And I'm going to hit you guys with some more book club stuff. Hopefully we have some conspiracy theory segments. And we're gonna start looking to see people who have their own little startup businesses or companies that they want to come back and sit down with me and Thad and do a chit chat. You know.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get my homegirl, Baby J, she's a singer and whatnot. Try to see if I can get her to pull up. She's talking about she has to speak to her management team and all that other stuff just to make sure it'll be cool. And I'm like, hey, look,
Yeah.
you ain't got nothing to worry about here.
Yeah,
we gonna make
facts.
sure we put you in the best light.
Facts. But we'll figure that out. Until then, y'all stay frosty, and we'll holler at y'all later.
Peace, niggas.